Dereiss is on fire.
Yo, Cardiff, you good, yeah? Right now, you're listening to the sounds of the Lyrical Dragon. And when I say 0-1, you say 2-1. 0-1. 2-1.
2-1.
0-1.
2-1.
0-1.
2-1.
There
It's
you
infectious.
And James Ellis is looking for cover. He does not want to hear any of it.
Now I go a ways back with James Ellis at Big Manager Blanch. All right. In fact, I may or may not be on the books with Big Manager Blanch. We have a working relationship.
Wow,
but you
that's
can't root against man like Dereiss. I mean, unless you're James Ellis, of course.
Apart from that entrance boring me, there was something that you said that really ticked me off. I'm not going to say his name because we're going to start chanting again. He called this man #1 contender. And you know what? I've got a thought. The Brilliance is a prize fighter. So I'm fighting for a prize. So I will not wrestle you until you agree to put the #1 contendership on the line.
Oh, hold on.
Wow. Dereiss.
James Ellis. Don't say that. You wouldn't fight me unless I put the #1 contendership on the line. I'm sorry it's not this type of man, but this isn't my fault. Well, you want to see me put this #1 contendership on the line? I ain't scared of you, I ain't scared of nobody, so let's do it.
Come on! Brilliant, baby!
Ellis seems to be very, very pleased with himself as he's now wrangled his way in to potentially walking out of the banking hall tonight as the #1 contender.
Dereiss not backing down from a challenge, not backing down from a fight. If you want to challenge me for the #1 contendership, says man like Dereiss, you've got it. #1 contendership match. Impromptu, I suppose.
Impromptu indeed. Championship, the Slammasters Championship that is, will be decided later this evening.
So far, only 2 men have ever been Slam Masters champion. That is, of course, inaugural and current champion Martin Grant. And the man against James Ellis right now, man like Dereiss. In fact, during Dereiss's title reign, James Ellis was one of the successful defenses. So history says when James Ellis and man like Dereiss go one-on-one, it's MLD that comes out on top.
Very much that match was extremely full, high controversy. Big Manager Blanch getting involved, the referee was down, all sorts was going on, but as you say, man like Dereiss walked out as champion, and that's what it's all about. And that is the skill, heart and desire that man like Dereiss possesses and wants to get back to.
Absolutely, you said Big Manager Blanch rather made his presence felt in that match and has not let us shake that presence ever since. He graced us with it then and continues to keep doing so.
And
much to the annoyance of anyone who faces James Ellis.
And let's be honest, the shape that he's in now, Big Manager Blanch, what more danger can he bring to the table in the favour of the brilliant James Ellis tonight?
Someone like James Ellis having a manager like Big Manager Blanch in his corner is incredibly dangerous because we've seen how James Ellis is cunning, calculated, incredibly intelligent. Big Manager Blanch, 20 years of experience, he's got a high ring IQ himself. He's a very clever man. So those two, when they put their brains together, they're an incredibly formidable tandem, and even if only one of them's competing, I think man like Dereiss, now that Big Manager Blanch is out there for the entirety of the match, man like Dereiss could be in for a dangerous time.
And just so I'm clear, Kai, I just want to get ahead of the situation here tonight. Obviously the #1 contendership's on the line, but something that you said about their brains intrigued me. I just want to make sure that they are in their heads, right?
The science does suggest that in fact the brain is in the head, yes.
Okay, brilliant. That is fantastic. As man like Dereiss has now set his sights on the wrist of the brilliant James Ellis.
The brain's not there. Wrist lock applied from Dereiss. And now an arm wringer taking Ellis down into a cover. Not sure that was in order to win the match, maybe more to tire James Ellis out a little bit.
And we're having fun. It's the first time I've made it down to the banking hall live in living colour and in person. And what a match to call between the former Slammasters champion, man like Dereiss, and the brilliant James Ellis with a #1 contendership on the line.
That's the thing with the #1 contendership in the balance. We've got a former champion. Could we be looking at a future champion in this ring as well? You never know with those #1 contenderships.
Martin Grant and Danhausen will be curtain switching, shall we say, watching this one.
Dereiss in control, Ellis cowering towards the ropes. And Dereiss now, feeding off the crowd. And the crowd giving Dereiss exactly what he wants. He feeds off this. He loves to hear the crowd. He loves the participation. I mean, he's a showman as well as an incredibly talented professional wrestler.
Dereiss is absolutely 110% a showman.
He's also as real as it gets. You talk to a man like Dereiss, and it's as if he's been your best friend for 10 years. He's an incredibly nice guy until you get on his bad side. And I think James Ellis is in danger of potentially doing that tonight.
Dereiss with some technical wrestling here, and he's absolutely stretching the hell out of the brilliance in the middle of the ring. Look at that modified surfboard.
Puts a lot of pressure on the knees with that initial
rolls him up.
Application, but hold on.
And he gets a 2. Both men back to the feet, lock up. We're off the ropes. Shoulder tackle.
Strong shoulder tackle from Dereiss. Back at again with another. Once again. And another one for your troubles. James Ellis turned inside out by that one.
4 of the best shoulder tackles you will see delivered in the middle of the ring. Ellis takes a powder, if you will, baby, to reconvene his thoughts before taking on man like Dereiss again. This is now, the third time James Ellis has had to remove himself from the situation.
Some may call it removing yourself from the situation, some may call it running away. James Ellis would call that a tactical retreat. And he may be in need of another one as Dereiss now
made
targeting
famous
the
in
fingers.
Birmingham by a friend. Joint manipulation at its finest.
Where, oh where have we seen that one before? Dereiss grabbing the arm and tossing James Ellis into the corner.
And Ellis backdropping to the turnbuckle. Man like Dereiss stays on top of him, going for 10 of the best.
Bringing those right hands down like hammers.
And look at the torque he's got in them. Oh, Ellis, sneaky as you like.
Going from underneath, looking, I thought for a power bomb, but Dereiss
rolls him through.
Very clever to reverse. That was survival instinct.
And another beautifully executed deep arm drag takeover by a man like Dereiss.
You've got to be very careful in a match like this against James Ellis, because you know that he has got big manager Blanch in his corner. Whenever he wants big manager Blanch to get involved, you know he's going to jump at his beck and call.
Referee's almost got to have eyes in the back of his head in this one.
Absolutely.
So far, so good for a man like Dereiss.
La Magistral now for Dereiss into the cover.
And Dereiss looking to maintain his status as #1 contender here tonight.
And again, tactically retreating is James Ellis. trying to cool himself down with a towel from big manager Blanch.
Blanch again working overtime, it seems, to get on top of the Brilliance, to maybe get an advantage in this one. It has been all man like Dereiss so far. You can't say any different.
I think the power of the crowd is helping the Lyrical Dragon right now.
This could be. Here you go. Blanch is now the opposite side of the ring, up on the apron. He goes after Ellis. Blanch is in the ring. This could be disqualification here.
Well, that's the thing. If James Ellis gets disqualified, he's got no chance of becoming number 1 contender.
Oh, wait a minute!
But he's got a chance now. Big manager Blanch knew exactly what he was doing. He was running distraction.
Going into the ring post here. No, should Ellis be wasting time posing instead of getting on top of a man like Dereiss? I'm not so sure.
James Ellis loves to showboat, but I think in a match with Dereiss, you can't afford to let that get the better of you too much.
Blanch,
and hold on!
Blanch is getting involved. Only a cheap shot to the back of the head there, but the damage will be felt by a man like Dereiss. And now manager Blanch wants to have a conversation as Ellis stomps on the fingers of a man like Dereiss. Tip for tat, it seems, after the joint manipulation was applied to Ellis earlier.
You bend my fingers, I'll smash yours, says James Ellis.
Right.
Speaking of smashing.
He's just smashing his face now, I'm afraid, Kai.
Forearm after forearm raining down on Dereiss.
Dereiss blocked as many of them as he could, but as you can see, the faces have changed around ringside on the Banking Hall audience, and curse to the commentator because Ellis nearly got caught out there. And now he's back in control and maybe won't take his eyes off Dereiss so easily next time.
Dereiss was rocked by that. The unorthodox strike from James Ellis. Now stalking Dereiss, sending him into the ropes.
Catches him in the corner. The Brilliance now lands one hell of a chop on man like Dereiss, and he's taking control of this contest, slowing the pace down exactly where James Ellis wants to be.
You are absolutely correct. James Ellis can be quite methodical when he wants to be. If he can slow the pace down, especially when he's in there with someone like Dereiss, because Dereiss, as we know, is able to carry an incredible pace throughout his matches. Very agile, can go all over the place. But
quicker than a hiccup at times, for sure.
Absolutely, but James Ellis, knowing this, wants to take every available asset away from Dereiss. It starts with the fingers and the hands. It goes to the arm. Then he'll start impacting the legs. Then the back. Then the neck. Until eventually Dereiss just cannot move. This is the kind of wrestling that James Ellis has perfected over the past few years. He's very strategic. That is why we call him the Brilliance. It's not a nickname, it's the truth.
Absolutely. Couldn't disagree with you if I wanted to, because you are absolutely spot on in describing the brilliant James Ellis.
As brilliant as he may be, he hasn't beaten Dereiss
right
yet.
On the button with that drop kick to the jaw of Dereiss and followed all the way through.
I hope Dereiss remembers what the last solid food he ate was, because he may have to go a while without eating anything like that again.
And it looks like chicken and mushroom soup might be the way forward if he wants to get his protein in. And now
going after the jaw that was impacted by that drop kick, thunderous drop kick.
Locks him in. Can he wear him down even further? Dereiss wants out of there, and he wants out of there now. He knows he's in a dangerous situation, and that is why he's back to his feet as quickly as he possibly can. But unfortunately, Ellis has been able to wear him down to the ground, and no matter how much the Banking Hall keep going, Dereiss goes through. Oh!
Backbreaker.
Got him.
Shades of a certain servant. And a kick out from Dereiss.
Absolutely. No secret in the chambers of James Ellis where that one come from.
Ellis does not hide his influences. He also does not hide his disdain, and he harbors a lot of disdain for Dereiss, circling back to that loss at his hands. They put Ellis right now at a 4-8 win-loss record. That far contrasts Dereiss, and he knows that. He knows that if he doesn't get a victory here, it may be a while before he can be in a #1 contendership conversation.
He wouldn't let you believe that though, Kai. He would, like he's walked into this building tonight to take on Dereiss, he would have you believe that his record is far greater than it is. He would have you believe that it is on par with man like Dereiss, because the confidence in his own ability far precedes his win-loss record.
Absolutely. I mean, win-loss records are, of course, the most important thing.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
You need these wins in order to transfer them to championships. However, significance of your matches also brings a lot, and James Ellis has had significant match after significant match after significant match, but so has Dereiss.
And all of that leads to more and more experience gained, more and more experience collected, that will eventually turn around into wins, which is what James Ellis is hoping to do tonight after being in the ring with Danhausen, with Rhino. Tonight he wants to take out the former Slammasters champion.
But on the same token, Dereiss has been in the ring with the likes of Eric Young recently. He's very, very recently, only a couple of weeks ago actually, made his TNA debut on an episode of Explosion. Dereiss is becoming a world-traveled athlete and is gaining experience from all different corners of the world. So this match, because of these factors, could go either way. And right now, this suplex could go either way as well.
We are rocking and rolling like a seesaw, but Dereiss eventually finds a way to get James Ellis.
But all that time, bobbing around, going up, going down, going up, going down, surely that's going to have some negative effect. The blood rushing in and out of the head, that's going to have some effect.
Hence why both men are now down. And our referee will start the 10 count. If we get to 10, it will end in a no contest, a draw, if you will. That's not what either of these two men want tonight.
In that event, what would happen to the #1 contendership? Would it be held in abeyance? Would we have to crown a new one? Would Dereiss retain it?
It would be a case of Slammasters management getting involved and making it very clear on what the decision would be. It could be a case that we end up in a triple threat match down the line. Both men are declared as #1 contenders.
That is a terrifying prospect if you're Martin Grant or Danhausen. James Ellis now thrown against the ropes.
Oh, Lupez Prez. Dereiss is on fire here. Oh, what a clothesline. Here we go. Dereiss is rocking now.
Dereiss is one of these people you just have to see live.
Could it be a fall away slam?
But James Ellis right now, I bet is wishing he didn't have to see him live.
Oh, that one was all the way from the 0121, Kai.
It was not even a different postcode. That was a different continent to the 0121.
Dereiss
all the way slam from Dereiss.
Dereiss, he might have made his debut on TNA Explosion recently, but that was explosive to say the least.
As was that uppercut, and now Ellis, hopefully able to turn things around for his own sake.
Breaks through. Oh!
Dereiss just charged through a clothesline attempt from James Ellis. And
where is he going?
That's
Dereiss. Ellis is in the drop zone. Dereiss is heading to the top rope.
Look at how much muscle man like Dereiss carries with him.
On the apron.
Diving off the top rope with the amount of muscle mass that Dereiss has. It's going to do a lot of damage to Ellis, and he knows it.
And
which
Ellis
is why manager Blanch got involved.
Can't quite get to grips with him though. Dereiss still finding a way to get his man back down.
The bell clap disturbs the equilibrium of James Ellis, causes him to fall to the ground, and big manager Blanch having none of it.
The referee needs to make a decision here. That is not the first time Blanch has got involved. Oh, Blue Thunder bomb!
Correction, the Brill Thunder Bomb.
I love it.
As brilliant as it was, it did not get the win.
And the crowd here at the banking hall are showing their appreciation in this one. I'm sorry to report this during this match, but Septic Sid Oakley has been taken to a local medical facility.
Tough injury in his match with Mikey Fine. We wish Septic Sid Oakley the best in his recovery and hope that it is a minor injury. All our best wishes go out to him. Back to this match for the moment. James Ellis is sizing Dereiss up. The knee pad is down and he is ready. Or is he? Classic James Ellis. He knew that Dereiss was going to move.
Oh, Dereiss has met him up there, and it could be a superplex. And he got all of that one.
Now that was slam masterful.
Indeed it was, as man like Dereiss and James Ellis are down and out. The 10 count starts again. Not like this. Early on though, both men have the opportunity to get to their feet and continue this contest. Oh, and now we're just in it, as both men are swinging at one another from the ground.
In number one contenders matches, we often talk about what the champion must be feeling watching them. What would anyone not involved in this picture be thinking watching this? If you're not in the number one contenders matches, if you're not a champion, you've got to be looking at the level of competitiveness in this match going, well, I need this. This has to give you some kind of hunger. You want to be in a match like this, you want to be in an environment like this. This lights a fire, even if you're not Dereiss or James Ellis.
You're
a match like
absolutely
this,
right. 100%.
it's an ignition point, and James Ellis hoping to put that spark out for Dereiss.
They are making Stu earn it.
Dereiss using the head scissors to keep the shoulders down, but not for a 3 count, though that super kick might go a long ways in helping. And now will big manager Blanch come to his aid again?
It was enough to put him down. Man like Dereiss, right where he wants to be, but Ellis is rolling and rolling away, further and further away.
That's the IQ, and that is
No!
What did I say about putting their minds together? Ellis rolls out the way, knows the referee's going to check on him, and opens the door for big manager Blanch. Michinoku driver.
He popped out of that one, and man like Dereiss is still alive. No fancy name for the Michinoku driver, I see from the brilliance, but here we go. Dereiss is still alive and he's still in this one, and the brilliance, he's getting more and more frustrated. Blanch doing his best to put this to bed for Ellis. Misses with the clothesline, and Dereiss flips out of nowhere. Hits him with the cutter. And could it be time to dial up? Oh, 1, 2, 1. Is that a different area code?
James Ellis is on Dream Street.
Oh! It's got to be over now.
Wait a minute.
The referee has been pulled out of the ring by big manager Blanch, and this match continues.
Big manager Blanch knows that that is not enough in itself to force a disqualification.
He's finally making the decision.
He's throwing him out. Blanch is gone.
It's about damn time.
The senior official making a senior decision. Big manager Blanch.
He has been pushing his luck since the very start of the match, and man like Dereiss takes him out. Never mind the referee. Man like Dereiss is on fire, and he's going to be heading to retain his number one contendership if he can land this one. Blanch
Dereiss.
still out here. Wait a minute. Blanch, he's in the ring, god damn it. Get him out.
Blanch acting like a human shield for James Ellis.
Oh, God almighty. Both men taking absolutely all of that.
Big manager Blanch taking the brunt of the damage. Raked to the eyes from the Brilliance. The
Nearly.
race knee.
Brilliant slam.
And now James Ellis, he is in a prime position. Big manager Blanch paying dividends.
Another one. He got him. That's got to be all.
Into the cover,
Not
hook
like
the leg,
that.
strong
Oh.
cover. And we have a new number one contender.